Think TV viewers can make a difference as actively involved global citizens, rising to the challenges of our times.
Otero Mesa is today the wildest remaining grassland in North America. At over 1.2 million acres, it stretches from the Texas border in the south to the Sacramento Mountains in the north, from the Fort Bliss Military Reserve in the west to the Guadalupe Mountains in the east. For centuries, Otero Mesa has been home to the Mescalero Apache and other Native American tribes. Petroglyphs and rock middens throughout the area testify to earlier habitation. More recently, Otero Mesa has become home to a hardy group of independent ranchers and has continued to be a stronghold for pronghorn, mule deer, prairie dogs, coyotes, bald and golden eagles, and as a critical wintering ground for countless migratory songbirds. Otero Mesa today is a land that remains wild and free of oil and gas development. It is the largest remaining potential wilderness area in New Mexico, with over 500,000 road-free acres. It's a place where hunting, hiking, and camping bring family and friends together, where silence and open space renew the spirit. If the oil and gas industry have their way, Otero Mesa could quickly become another industrial development, filled with roads, pipelines, power lines, and waste pits, that at best could supply enough oil and gas to last a few days and could destroy this enormous supply of drinking water forever. The current plans for development by the oil and gas industry and the Bureau of Land Management could have devastating impacts on Otero Mesa, where soil depths average only about 8 to 12 inches. Such shallow soils have prevented the establishment of shrubs such as mesquite on much of this land, leaving the unique grasses and wildlife to thrive. But just below the soil is a rock-like layer of caliche. Once this layer is punctured by roads, pipelines, or waste pits, it opens the landscape up to invasive weeds and shrubs, making it less desirable for ranching or wildlife.
Every year we have lost cattle. A lot of it's the open pits, and then the surface contamination that pools when it rains or snows, because the cattle will just drink out of any, small water hole. And in our area, water's pretty scarce, and a lot of times it's on a well location because they're level and bladed and the water stands. So if contamination has been spilled there, really I don't think you can go to a single well location on a ranch that you can't find some form of contamination. If you could see the inside of the stomach and the intestines of these animals, and it's almost like a wasting disease because it eats from the inside out.
We must protect Otero Mesa from this potentially senseless and short-sighted development. Any long-term protection for this landscape must come from Congress. As federal land, it will require an act of Congress to protect it from oil and gas development. The creation of a national conservation area would give local ranchers the flexibility they need to continue working the land, while giving Otero Mesa the permanent protection needed to keep oil and gas development from occurring.
I believe that the future of America, especially in the West, is renewable energy, responsible technology that helps create new clean industries in biomass, in wind, in solar, in distributed generation. And there's so many other important conservation and energy renewable steps that America can take without just having one solution.
Opening Otero Mesa to full-scale oil and gas development is not a question of economics, but rather one of morality. If we allow the destruction of such a wild and beautiful landscape and risk destroying our state's last untouched water resource, what as a society have we become? When we ignore our connection to the land, to wildlife, and to wilderness, we begin to lose the moral compass that guides us through our day-to-day existence. We lose touch with life's most important gifts.
If you are moved by this issue and want to get more actively involved, go to linktv.org/WYCD